mindset and you simply transfer your enthusiasm, your passion, your knowingness about this opportunity to other people, they're going to want to join. They're going to want a part of what you've got. And a lot of times it's not a monetary transaction. It's not somebody paying $315. It's an enthusiasm or energy transaction where somebody's coming in because they see you and what you're doing and they want a piece of that. They want a part of it. They see something different in your eyes. They feel something different about you. And they don't know what it is, but they want a piece of that. And that's why a lot of people come into opportunities is because of the people, the leaders, the enthusiasm. Yeah, we have great products. But you know what? If there was no compensation plan beyond RCC, okay, if it was Skyscraper, X-Sky, and the over 150 audiobooks and ebooks, the best of the best, and that was it, and you said to me, you came at me and showed me X-Sky, you showed me Skyscraper, and you showed me that library, and didn't tell me anything about the compensation plan, I would say, how much does it cost? And if you said $315, I would say monthly, and you would say no, one time. I would say cash, check, or charge without a compensation plan. And so that has to be your mindset. You've got this incredible value on your hands with RCC. You've got fantastic tools where, you know what, if anybody comes in and utilizes them, they can't get hurt. Your reputation and your relationships can't get damaged because truly, even if somebody doesn't promote this, they're still getting that value. They're getting a lifetime license with all of this. Whether RCC's around for the next decade or not, okay, they still have X-Sky, they still have the Skyscraper, and they still have those downloadable audiobooks and ebooks in their hands. Most opportunities, you don't have that. You don't have something where, you know what, if you leave that company, you don't take anything away with it. If you leave an energy company, a mobile company, if you leave a product company, like health and wellness, if you leave that company, you don't get to take something with you. With RCC, okay, there's no auto ship, obviously. You get to take something with you no matter what. You'll always have it. And that's where it's at. So my mindset with network marketing is some will, some won't. So what? Let's keep rolling. And it's not magic, it's math. If you go out there and you talk to enough people in any opportunity, okay, you're going to find that some will join and some won't. Think about it like this. If you opened up your own karate studio and, in your local neighborhood, would you just sit there and hope the signage drew people in? You probably wouldn't. You probably knowing that, not everybody out there that is going to want to do karate, but you still go out there and you tell everybody, hey, I opened up my own karate studio, okay? And the people that that came in and took karate, or their kids took karate, you would welcome them with open arms, and you'd be friends with them still the same. And the ones that didn't, the same thing would happen. You'd still be friends with them because in your mind, it's not for everybody. Okay, but you did your job. You told everybody. And the people that said no, in their minds, they know what you're doing. Okay, it doesn't mean that if somebody doesn't take karate on January 1, it doesn't mean that June 1 that they might want to do karate. You never know what's going to happen. So if somebody says no to you, no doesn't mean never. You could always go back to them and say, hey, I talked to you about RCC a month ago. I just thought I would give you an update and let you know what the company's been doing and what I've been doing. And you show them that success, you show them the results, and they're going to open their eyes and their ears again and maybe come in. Or, remember this, guys, it's not always about, okay, who you know. It's almost always about who they know. Because I know this, every dud, okay, knows a stud. And if every dud doesn't, every dud knows a dud that knows a stud. So what if you went out there and you had a mindset where, I don't think this person would do it. Her name's Katie, and she is a speech pathologist. There's no way she's going to want to do RCC. And you don't tell her about it. Okay? Well, if you prejudge people, okay, what's going to happen is you're going to lose out because you never know who Katie knows. If you told that speech pathologist, Katie, about RCC, and she said, yeah, I'm not interested, I don't want to do that type of thing, and then you said to her, okay, I understand that it's not for everybody. Who do you know that likes to do these type of things? Who do you know that's an entrepreneur? Who do you know that's a networker? Who do you know that's a marketer? You know what she would say? She would say, oh, my brother Billy, okay, because that's my sister. Yeah, she's a speech pathologist. If you approached her with something like this, okay, and she says no, you don't just take that no and leave. You say, well, who do you know? You know, it's like what McDonald's did. What they did was they created these value meals, okay? They got you for the large meal. They got you to say, you know, would you like fries with that? Yes. Would you like it to be a meal? Yes. And then they said, would you like to supersize it? They rehashed. And so that's what you have to be in your mind, where it doesn't matter if somebody says no, okay? That no can lead you to a yes, and every no leads you to a yes. Because the more no's you take, the more yeses you're going to take. I love a no. I don't even hear no because it doesn't affect me. Here's my mindset. If somebody says no to me, okay, I'm going to say it's not for everybody. I understand that. Who do you know that might like to do this? And get somebody's name out of them. If they don't give me a name, I move on. But that no doesn't affect me. You know, did I get a black eye, bloody nose, or a broken kneecap? No, I physically stay the exact same person. The only thing that could change for me is my mindset. And if I don't allow other people's thoughts, opinions, and beliefs about who and what I am, change who and what I am, nothing bad can ever happen when somebody says no. And so I keep going. I actually go for no, and I like to teach that. Make it a goal this week to take 10 no's. I'm not talking about 10 maybes. I'm not talking about 10 mights or 10 on the fences. Go out there and get 10 no's. It's going to, you know, you're probably going to have to talk to 30 people. Okay, in 7 days, that means you got to talk to about 4 a day. Go out and take 10 no's. I want confirmed no's. And if you take 10 no's, I will, you know what? 9 times out of 10, you're going to get at least one yes. I will tell you that. That's what I was taught going door to door. If we came back at the end of the day and didn't sell 10 coupons, it was because we didn't take 90 no's. And so if you take 10 no's this week, I'm very confident you're going to get a yes. And so, this right here is just a fantastic opportunity to lead in with to any networker, entrepreneur, anybody that's never done this before, because it's so easy, it's simple, it's duplicatable. And it doesn't matter, okay? People are going to say, go as quickly as you can. Yeah, absolutely. But it doesn't matter how slowly you go as long as you don't stop. As long as you don't stop. Because that's where you gain momentum when you don't stop. If you stop, you lose it. And so you can go at a snail's pace. You can be a turtle, okay, and climb a mountain. As long as you in your mind make that commitment. If you have that desire and you may have that intent of not stopping until you turn your rocket red and you help turn your people's rockets red, it doesn't matter if it takes you a day, a week, a month, or even a year. If you made $5,000 by doing this part-time, okay, wouldn't that be awesome? It doesn't matter how long it took you, okay, as long as you got it done. So make that commitment to not stopping. One of the things that people normally say when you come to network marketing is make it a goal, write down on a piece of paper, I will be here 1 year from now. If you make that commitment to being here 1 year from now, what's going to happen is you're going to, when you see an obstacle, you're going to keep going. You're going to go right through it. You're going to find a way to go over, under it, around it, or even through it. And that's one of the things that I do is I don't, when I see something in the way, I don't stop and scratch my head and go, I can't get around it. I always find a way around it. Here's a call to action. Okay, so, Mike and Jen, their trainings are absolutely phenomenal. And on every Tuesday and Thursday, we do at 8 p.m. Central Time, which is 9 Eastern, we do a webinar right here on this platform. And so if you stay in touch, if you stay plugged in, okay, and you keep your people plugged in, you're going to have a lot of success. We've got, by far, the strongest team in RCC. You can ask any other leader in the company right now who has got the strongest team, and they're going to say Billy Funk and the Power 2 team. Because I've been talking to them. We've got the biggest amount of momentum, and we've got the tightest knit team because we're doing trainings, with Mike and Jen at 4 o'clock Eastern. Because we're doing webinars every Tuesday and Thursday night. Guys, these aren't what the company's given us. Okay, we're giving this to our team. And we do this so that you guys don't have to be a master presenter. I don't want you to think in your head that you got to do what I do. I went to school to public speak. If you can just master inviting, okay, and leave the heavy lifting to us, you're going to be very successful. But know this, the invite and the presentation, okay, never want to touch each other. They're like matter. One's matter and one's antimatter. If they touch, they annihilate each other. there has to be that third party. So if you become a master inviter and simply approach, expose, and invite as many people as possible, to these platforms, or to, a three-way call with Mike and Jen or myself, you're going to have a lot of success. That's what I've seen the most amount of people that have had success. That's how they've done it in RCC. And like Mike said, okay, it's not it's not rocket science, guys. It's Rocket Cash Cycler. I guess that didn't come out really well, but keep calm. It's not rocket science. And take a deep breath. Take a step back. Remember, there's no auto ship, okay? And if you do see green rockets above you, have that sense of urgency, yes, and put it in people's minds that, the board's about to cycle, the board's about to move. If you come in now, you're going to take advantage of timing and positioning and leverage that. One of the things that I saw Mike and Jen doing early on was telling people, I've got 3, 4, 5 people coming on board in the next 2 to 3 days. Each and every time they were telling people that, and so people had a sense of urgency in coming in because it was true. It was dead true. And so if you have that knowingness, okay, go beyond hope, go beyond belief, and know that you're going to turn red, know that you're going to turn your people's rockets red, okay, and get to the top and just exude enthusiasm, you're going to be really successful. Because that's what people are attracted to. That's what leaders come in under, is people that have that knowingness, that that this is the opportunity for everybody, that this is for the little guy and this is for the top guy. And so go out there and I would share your enthusiasm. Become a sharesman and not a salesman. Just share this with as many people as possible, just like you would a hilarious movie, just like you would an awesome meal at a restaurant, and just like you would with a fantastic book. Except this time you're going to get paid for your referrals. So with that, I do believe in each and every one of you, okay? Before you achieve your goal, I can already see your success. And if you don't have that success, it's because you don't see it yourself. Because success is not an outside job, it's an inside job. You literally create it here first. You can read every success book out there. You can talk to every person that's ever had massive amount of success, and each one of them is going to have one common thread, and that's their mindset. That's where they knew what they were about to do. They saw it already, and they simply moved towards it. And if you can do that, if you can shift your mindset to where you already feel that success, you already sense that success, you already know that you're successful, even if you're not, other people are going to sense that as well. Because a lot of it's perception. Listen, a lot of times perception is reality these days. How people perceive you is how they believe you are in their mind. And so if you can exude success before you're even there, okay, you're going to get there so much quicker. You really, really are. And, a lot of times people would ask me, how much have you made of this? Well, if I told you how much I've made, you probably wouldn't believe me. So let's focus on how much you want to make. So how long have you been doing this for? If I told you how long I've been doing this, you probably wouldn't believe me. So let's focus on how long you want to be doing your JOB for, how much longer you want to be working for before we can get you retired, before we can get you financially free. So I'm telling you right now, each and every one of you, I believe in you, okay? I truly know that you can have what you want. Whatever you want is already there. Just move towards it. Just know it yourself. And with that, here's the last part of this, okay? Anytime I come into an opportunity, I find strong leaders to come in under. I find an awesome product, an awesome compensation plan. We've got all of that. Next thing in my mindset is creating that list and taking massive action and doing as many three-way calls, putting people on as many webinars, going out there and inviting as many people as possible. I do that for 2 weeks in anything that I come into, okay? 2 weeks hard, massive action, just over and over again, boom, 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 boom. I'm taking 10, 15 no's a day a lot of times, and I love it. I love that no because that means I'm getting closer to the yes. And if you keep that mindset, okay, you're going to be successful. And, if you're going out there and you're squeezing your people, okay, it's like if you had an orange tree and you took 2 oranges and you cut them in half and you made a nice little cup of orange juice and you drank it and it was empty, would you try to take those 2 oranges and get more juice out of them? No, okay? So don't always, you can motivate your people and push them, But the more you fight them, the more they're going to fight you. And so instead of going out there and trying to take your 2 dry oranges and squeezing more juice out of them, go out and get more oranges. Go out and get more oranges is what I'm saying. And if your board is not moving, okay, if you sit there and go, why is my board not moving? The one reason it's not moving is you. I'm telling you right now, okay, if your board's not moving, it's because you're not moving. If I called up my sponsor and I said, Rich, my board isn't moving, what's going on here? He would laugh at me, and the next time I called him, he probably wouldn't answer. You know, if he was busy. I'm sure he would answer if he wasn't. But it's that mindset, okay, that you can leverage. You can jump over people. It doesn't matter if your board's not moving or not, because you can move it. I've seen dozens of people move boards in and of themselves. Now, if we work as a team, and what Jen did is just absolutely brilliant, pairing people up, and so you got partners that you can work with, okay, that's where things really get exciting, because it takes teamwork to make the dream work. And yes, that old adage of, you know, together everybody achieves more is dead on. It may be cheesy and corny, but team does stand for together everybody achieves more. And so the more that we can work together, the more successful we're going to be as a pack. But if anybody's looking at your board and saying, you know, it's been a couple days since anybody came on board, well, it's also been a couple days since you put anybody on board as well. So remember that. You can always go out there and find more people, and it's all up to you. And if you create it here first, you're gold. So I'm going to